They knew his name, they knew his drug regimen, they knew where he lived. And we said, no, that's Joseph. He goes, no, he's Kenyan. So we had actually brought Joseph to the meeting because he'd become a public speaker. So we took Joseph up to the people from the Kenyan project and said, no, here he is. And they were shocked. They took pictures with him. The point is that Joseph became Kenyan. He really did. He became Kenyan. He became Zambian. He became those people because he became the symbol of hope. Now, you know, how do you measure that? You can't. It's difficult to. But having this person, this Haitian person who everyone thought was African, on these before and after pictures seemed to have some sort of an impact that made people feel that things were possible that they had been told before were impossible. We reached the target end of 2007. It turns out that missing a target by 2 years is the best WHO has ever done on a target. But here's what I did at the end of 2005. Between 2003 and 2005, the people at WHO, you know what they're most concerned about? They're saying, but if we don't make the target, who will take the blame? And I was incredulous. I was saying, so you wouldn't do this because you're afraid that someone is going to have to take the blame? They said, yeah, that's how things work. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame because even if I take the blame, I suspect that I'll still have a job, I'll be able to feed my family. Let me take the blame. And that's actually what I did. In the summer of 2005, when we knew we weren't going to make it, BBC did this interview and they kept beating on me. But Dr. Kim, what are you going to say if we don't make the target? And I said, well, finally I gave in. I said, you know, all we can do is apologize for not working faster, for not having thought of this sooner, for all the people who lost loved ones. All we can do is apologize. And so they've put that interview on hold, and when we came out and said we're not going to make the target, the BBC put that story everywhere. Kim of WHO apologizes for the 3x5 target. And that's not actually what I said. But what was interesting is that all the attacks that people had been planning to go after WHO for missing the target sort of fizzled. You know, they're saying, how can we attack this guy? He attacked himself already, right? So interestingly, I just took it off the table. I said, I'll take the blame. It's not a problem for me. I'll take the blame. It's my fault. And then things started to change, and they started seeing that we created real momentum. And J.W. Lee, who passed away in 2006, is now remembered. The one thing he's remembered for is the 3x5 initiative. So it was a really important lesson in leadership for me. You know, knowing how to take the blame for something, or just understanding what the stakes are for you personally versus, you know, what the project that you're trying to take on was important. Now, to JW's great credit, he said, no, 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 you don't take the blame, I take the blame. I'm happy to take the blame. Blame me. So it wouldn't have happened if the Director General was worried about taking the blame.